Just use last one. Now he wears a new fancy jacket with shiny buttons and boots made of soft leather. His moustache and sideburns are waxed and perfectly trimmed. Your Grace, I'm glad you found time to honour me with your attention. How may I serve you? Would you like living in the capital? Everything is excellent behind these thick walls, and far from the dirt, bad weather and bandits. I can finally stop worrying about the traps around my house and dedicate myself to something truly important. Honing my mind, solving problems of state for the sake of prosperity. What about your experiments? Have you abandoned your scientific studies? Only temporarily, Your Grace. I couldn't reject the offer to serve such an important person as yourself. But it would have been unwise to drag my entire laboratory to the capital. My tools and instruments shall remain hidden in boxes for a while, until such time as I may take leave of my duties here to return to my research. I'm not going to say that. I don't think that's necessary. Harrim, let's see what he's got to say. I still don't understand. How did you manage to break the anvil with your bare hands? I can't stop thinking about it either. Maybe it was a sign from above. But if so, what does it mean? Has Torag admitted defeat and turned his back on the fortress? Did Grotus extend his hand to take what's his before its time? I keep straining to hear the answer, but to no avail. But I'm sure that it happened for a reason. Someday I will understand what happened and why. Someday. Okie dokie. Tell me about yourself. Story is open to you. You deserve it. Yeah, here we go. So where are you from? Where's your homeland? Far south, a desert that treats the sun orchid like gold. Father took me to Absalom when I was 13. Never been to my homeland since. Roads always lead north to Absalom. And where'd you learn to use the bow? When wayfaring, he answers. Travelled through the Northlands countless times. Guarded trade caravans. Those who paid with gold dealt with the merchants. Those who wanted to pay with steel dealt with me. Do you worship Torag? Yes, all gods are even in the eyes of men back in the motherland. Chose the one that fit best. Though he's a dwarfed god, he shrugs and glances at his longbow. Used to guard decent men and craft bows. Torag blesses both guards and crafters. You too worship the father of creation, don't you? He's the best deity for a leader. Teaches to build, not destroy. Do you have any family? Well, we kinda know what that is, you know. Mother died early, father died later. He stays silent for a while, then resumes. Wife Amanda and daughter Carissa died recently. Bless their souls. Yep, that was it. Yep, I like this one. Happy pages of life. Good to recall. Hurts to come back though. So how'd you end up in the Stolen Lands? Got married. Crossed northern lands back and forth for a long time. Often came to the Stolen Lands. Spent nights in Bresthill. Recognised Amanda there. And she recognised me. One day realised leaving wasn't desirable anymore. Have you lived in the Stolen Lands for long? Too long. Forgot how to defend. Too short. Not enough to raise a daughter. Depends how you measure time. You like it? Yes, but the Stolen Land has no credit in that. So many places worth staying. Always pass by. People by your side are more important than the woods and hills around you. Found those people here. Oh, that's nice. Tell me again. They attacked at night. Well, we care about that, so I'm going to go for that. Tell me about your wolf. Not mine. Noticing this answer isn't satisfying, he goes on. Never wanted a pet. Never needed one. But couldn't slay the trolls, defend the village. Just called for help. Ranger shifts his frowning gaze to the side. Everything grew dark for a moment, fainted. Came back with the tongue of this dog on my face. You should accept his help. He's absolutely loyal. Never called for this dog. Guess he should be accepted. Just don't know. Aren't you going to give him a proper name? Yes, dog. Not mine. A name would make him. Well, he technically is you if he doesn't want to leave you. You know what I mean? Plans for the future. His eyes looks at you, but his thoughts obviously wander somewhere else. To protect you. Does it matter? Okay. It's all good. How can I help you? Oh, that's good. You're not much of a talker. Don't need to be. Alright. Cool. I'll speak to the ladies.
Oh, you did come. And alone, just as I asked. Do you not know, my loyal hound, that the brightest flowers are also the most poisonous?
I helped you. There's no honour in attacking me.
Don't blame me. Blame the coronet given you by the Aldori. If it weren't for that...
And then grows still, seemingly listening to the rustling of leaves.
How many times have I seen countries and kingdoms arise from the dust, only to fall into dust once more? Thus will it be with your barony. For what is a barony without its baron? This is how it must be. The stolen lands will remain no one's, die or run. There is nothing you can change.
I'll run. This is wonderful. Part 3. Hey, nice. Well, it was worth it, folks. Holy moly, was it worth it? Because my word, this took like... it took 4 hours to get here. 4 hours, and honestly, I'm not going to even show you how I did it, because it's just like... All matter is, in itself, both poison and cure, like water, which lies at the foundation of every process. All living things perish without water, all living things shall drown in the water submerged. For even a fish leaps from its lake each day to breathe in the air. All other matter succumbs to the universal law. That which the unlearned call poison is only a measure of substance that the body which imbues it cannot overcome. However, if diluted threefold, over here, even the same substance may affect the body much differently, strengthening or cleansing it. Therefore, not every poison maker is a villain. As is often believed among the common herd, the art of handling poison is neither dark nor evil in itself. It is. We've measured the lake, but there was a small problem. The shore is sometimes too wavy. That's it, 30 feet to walk, but if you measure every curve, it's 200. And if you measure really carefully, even 1,000. We argued for a long time what the right way to measure it was, and in the end we decided to take an average. And figured we got, how long was it? This long. Oh, that's a lot of rope, okay. Okay. Alright, then get on their benefit. Okay, I've got like 7,000 tons of rope. Alright. Ooh. A half-elf merchant who recently appeared in the capital falls to the floor in front of you. Jaffnal stands beside him, looking quite unlike her normal self. Unusually cold and stiff, the face of the undead elf now burns with rage. Despite his nearness to the furious undead captor, Inoi looks concerned but unafraid. If you allow me to speak, I can explain. I hope you can, half-blood. Otherwise, she hisses and turns to you. Have I told you the sad story of my death? It is sad most of all because I do not remember how my life ended. I wandered exhausted through the wastelands beyond the borders of Kinoin, until I could barely see my path. I stopped to rest, Or perhaps I lost consciousness. When I came to my senses, I heard the call of my goddess, returning me from the dead. Was it poison? Magic? Illness? Whatever stole my life away, it left no trace. I thought this mystery would haunt me forever, but then I entered the shop of this half-blood, seeking some reminder of Kranoi. And what did I discover there? My very own dagger. She shows you the elven crafted dagger with a chipped blade and empty sockets, where once gemstones adored the handle. This dagger disappeared the same night I was taken by death. How could this half-blood have attained it? Great. Let him speak. This is why, respecting your authority, I have brought this pathetic hustler here, rather than getting the truth out of him by my own methods. Okay. Thank you for allowing me to speak. And the story is not very exciting, certainly not as exciting as my tale of the drunken regatta within the eye of Abigadega. Yesterday, north of the city, I stumbled upon a dead boar. There was no one around, but the dagger was protruding from the miserable beast's neck. I don't know why the owner had left it in the carcass. Perhaps the beast escaped from the hunter, taking along the weapon that had injured it. So I, inadvertently, decided to keep the item I'd found. Thinking by luck, I never suspected the price I'd pay for it. Where exactly did you find it? In the vicinity of the old sycamore. Of course, I'm sure you know what that tree grows. I found the bear to the west of the sycamore in the direction of Thorn River. You face serious accusations. I would be glad if I could, but alas, the bright yellow-green eyes of the half-elf are calm. The dead boar is my only witness, but I believe in your justice, Baron. I have faith that you will investigate my story and sort everything out. Listen to reason. Perhaps that's logical. This one would have to be a useless fool to do such a thing, and useless fools do not easily survive the road. Still, his story should be verified. It must be, and in any case the dagger may lead to my colour. Then I will investigate. Let's start by checking the story. I am grateful. It's important to me and you. Half-blood should pray for our success. If you are lying, I shall find a surer way to get the truth from you. Necromancy. Probably. She likes that. A young dwarf in worn out clothes shows you a scroll of fine paper with an exquisite seal. Greetings, my name is Dragn Post. I came to you, your grace, with a request, or to be precise, to receive compensation. The Road of Shields used to run through your lands. It was built, among others, by my ancestors. Members of the noble Wardash clan. This means they still own it, even though they were driven from their lands. According to all law, if the bandit takes my father's house and kills him, the house still belongs to me. So I've come for what's mine. Take a look. The scroll contains a list of expenses of building the Road of Shields, the cost of laying the stone, draining, cutting fire bricks, and so on. You and your people have lived for a long time on lands that lawfully belong to my people. Isn't that amazing though, that they come to me when we dealt with the situation? Yeah. I come to demand compensation for those who are no longer able to collect. I do not ask for gold. It is better that you give me a house with a shop, which will cost as much as the sum in the scroll. You see, I am a blacksmith, and I am used to earning my living honestly, but I can't work without a shop. As soon as I get what's mine, I'll open the shop right away. Then assume this is quite important, so right, I'll do what you ask. The dwarf blinks. You agree, just like that? Seriously? I never thought I'd meet in this land of thieves a ruler who so honoured the law. You are truly a worthy ruler. Well then, I guess we'll meet when you satisfy my petition. My respects. Is that it? Yeah, look there. Everyone, I know that Borber. That's mighty and strong one. Came to Trobold. Killed many trolls. He had to run. This Borber killed Hagara easily, like smashing a hare. Strong Borber, scary like fire. Run for your life. Oh, come on. Come on now. It wasn't my fault.
Ah, good, you dead.
Oh, they're just running away. Oh man. I didn't mean it.
Now.
Okay, maybe I did. They're afraid of me. Oh, that's a shame. Received a letter from Brevoy concerning Oleg's trading post. Lady Jemandi truly appreciates your decision to not claim on taxes from Oleg trading post. Here's a letter. I will also instruct you to express the lady's most sincere gratitude for your loyalty to our alliance, as well as the wisdom you showed. Yeah. I follow you. What the hell do they have done to me? Nice. Well, a letter, do I? Thank you heartily for your letter. I am happy this little incident was resolved to our mutual satisfaction and didn't cast a lingering shadow over your affairs with the rest of. Lord Mayor Selimus has a very high opinion of your qualities as a ruler, and I agree with him. It's good to know you possess wisdom and a profound mindset of a true politician, to be able to avoid hasty decisions and to treasure the ruler's main possession. Good affairs with neighbours. I hope our friendship will remain. Well, I certainly hope so, my dear. That, yeah, I do as well. Yep. Because you could probably kill me quite easily. Great news, Your Grace. Maegar Varn, a Lord of Farnhold, wants to form an alliance with you and establish a trade route between your lands. Here is Lord Varns Letter. That was easy enough. And there is a look of determination on Tristian's face. I bring bad news from your subjects. Today one of our citizens stopped me in the street and asked me to tell you something to import. Okay, you see, one of the traders who today sells imported specialists in the capital has not always led an honest life. Under the Staglord, he helped the bandits sell stolen goods, for a percentage, of course. The scoundrel was far from the fort on the day you struck the decisive blow against the Staglord and his band, and today he continues trading in plain view of those who he recently helped rob. I never rush to judgment, but you must at least arrest this merchant and question him and give him a chance to repent. Think of those who see him in the streets every day, walking free and unpunished for his crimes. The people appear for your justice. Yeah, arrest him. The order that this merchant be detained. Of course, you will fully investigate all these rumours and get to the truth before they judge him. I hope so, my friend. I want that coming back to me. Most Honourable Baron, this is Maegar Varn, the ruler of the neighbouring city of Farnhold. Rating, You might remember meeting me at the reception. Our encounter had a powerful effect on me. You are a brave warrior and a wise ruler, which is why I hope to enlist your support and in the future form a firm friendship. No matter whether the gods or the Swordlords have contributed to us becoming neighbours, I believe that our alliance will be as steadfast as rocks. To signify the formation of our alliance, I invite you to visit Farnhold and see for yourself that my intentions are good. This city is still young, but we have a lot to show our guests. Our cellars are full of wine barrels and our storehouses of grain and cheese. It is easy to reach my city. The path to Farnhold lies in the east, past Lake Silverstep and over the ridge of the Tors and Lebanese. Hard to get lost in these parts. I don't know, that seems lost to me. Whether you accept my invitation or not, I ask of you one more thing, considering building a route and developing trade between our lands. I am convinced that both of us would only benefit from the reunion. Dokie. Oh my. Greetings, Your Grace. Greetings. Oh, it's that guy. Greetings. As you see, I've already set up shop. Took a look at work, of course, but now I've got a nice place. No worse than the guild's smithy. So tell me about the idea you had about a family relic. Here's the story. Our family used to have a suit of plate armour named Onslaught. My grandfather wore it to perform many heroic deeds. What a great dwarf he was, but it's been stolen by my own brother Kergan, and then Kergan fled. Onslaught has been on my mind ever since. I've intended to bring the relic back to the clan and restore my good name. After you hired me, one merchant told me he saw some fragment of the armour that looked like Onslaught. Kergan is such a fool. He couldn't find a buyer for the whole suit. It's too valuable. So he pawned it off piece by piece. Oh great, so I've got to find the bits of it. Someone got the jam barts, another got the gauntlets, a third got the cuirass, sorry. A fine set of armour turned into a pile of junk. Fancy junk. See if you can find my grandfather's armour and bring it back to me. I promise I will repay you. It turns out 3 local merchants have 3 parts of the armour. They're like vultures pulling apart a corpse. They buy whatever catches their eye, not caring whether it's stolen or not. One merchant seems to be in the capital, another was staying at some trading post, and I've got the owner with a strange name. The third one always prowls in distant corners, looking to buy valuables on the cheap. I believe he was an acquaintance, Hunter's Derma. She might well have it. Okay. That's a bad story. My clan has always been proud of its strong blood. My grandfather was a legend. My father was a worthy master. And I dare to hope, haven't failed my family. But my brother Kergan, he's always been a scallywag, always running off somewhere looking for trouble. Soon after he came of age, he did something terrible. He stole a clan relic, the armour of my respected grandfather, and took off. It was a disgrace. Everyone looked at me like I was a bad seed, because I was the brother of one who had laughed at the tradition and desecrated the glory of my family. Eventually I decided I had enough. I packed up my things and left the house, looking for a new place, where people wouldn't always be looking at me and whispering. That's how I ended up here. Our people are masters of making armour and weapons. Everyone knows that. We can equip a fighter so that he can fight for hours without getting tired or suffering any wounds. I wish that was the case on this run. Many have tried to copy our designs and methods, but they are just imitators who don't understand the intricacies of the craft. Family? Weirdash is a decent, respectable clan. We are considered especially honoured, standing out even from among the other clan families. My grandfather accomplished many feats in his time, and my father won respect and honour in many battles. I'm trying hard to be worthy of his legacy, especially since I'm carrying the load of 2. Well, what can I say? There's quite a lot of troublemakers here, and the ones who get called honourable aren't exactly law-abiding citizens. I guess it's what clans like these do to people. Anyway.
catch my breath.
A young woman catches your eye. She looks like she's come from far away. Excuse me. You know. A young woman catches your eye. She looks like she's come from far away. She approaches with a dancing gait and addresses you, speaking in an unfamiliar drawl. May the perfect human protect you. I am happy to meet you, O worthy one. My name is Shaynih'a, but you may simply call me Tulip, as all the best of my friends do. Ever since the sun rose today, I had a feeling that I shall take part in a grand encounter, one that shall change our fates forever. And lo, it is so. Praised be the perfect human for the gift he has bestowed upon these eyes that see the future. Okay, sure. Oh, worthy one, can help me find my calling. I am beset by doubt. What if by choosing the path of the mastersmith I am making a terrible mistake? After all, I, Shaynih'a the Tulip, have seen many wonders, the likes of which your humble realm has never heard of, and I wish to recount them, but at last I cannot write in your language. For this reason I require a writer, and a worthy one. I have witnessed Master Connet cover emptiness and tattoos, and a human grew out of them, for those patterns were so intricate and deep in the ink that the ink became more important than the flesh. Trust me, for I have woven the tale of these events myself. Perhaps I have been destined to become the muse of a great writer. If, O worthy one, you find a suitable scribe for me, I shall pay you back handsomely with my wisdom and advice. I am a traveller from the impossible kingdoms of Outtro. I was led here by the will of the gods, by my love of amazing adventures, and by the promise of inescapable retribution uttered by my former husband, who has since become a revered sage and a dead man. I never doubted that my path would bring me to a most worthy ruler, one who would help me, and now you stand before me. Guild of them. I'll just do it right now. Destiny has brought us together once more, over everyone. Yes, so Lindsay loves stories, you can talk to her. I am grateful, over everyone. I shall relate to you the story of my ancestors, Vulbalak. Let us see if she is nimble enough to write it all down without omitting any of the colourful details. I greet you, young Lindsay. They say that you are writing a book. That is most fortunate, for I can embellish it with a few stories that I have lived through during my adventures. Once I meet a monk from the House of Perfection. He was ascetic and hadn't eaten for 4 whole years. Hold on, 4 years? Are you sure he ate absolutely nothing? Maybe it was, well, you know, some sort of moderate fasting, more like a diet. Like when you do eat, but only a little bit? No. Why would you think that? Breaking his Achilles would have been a shameful weakness. He did not eat at all. The people revered him as a pious and enlightened man, whose spirit was very strong. But I, as soon as I met him, suspected that he might be a liar, so I decided to expose him for what he truly was. Aye? Wait a moment, 4 years? That's impossible. If I skip breakfast and dinner, my stomach hurts so badly I can't even walk. It's really hard to believe that the monk could spend a whole 4 years like young Lindsay. By paying attention to such unimportant details, you run the risk of missing the heart of the matter. As I was saying, I decided to bring the monk's dishonesty to light. I enlisted the services of a shaitan who owed me a favour. This earth genie stood in front of the monk and sang a song, and that very moment the hermit's face twitched, and a stream of stones erupted from his mouth. Imagine this. He had swallowed rocks to fill up his stomach to save himself the pangs of hunger. Well, okay. He swallowed enough stones to fill his stomach and lived, and never had to eat again. As far as I know, it doesn't work like that. Of course, I'll write down your story, but I doubt it will enjoy much success, if just. Too incredible for a provincial audience. Perhaps I'm not as good at telling stories as I thought. After all, putting the events of the past into words is not quite the same thing as witnessing them. Perhaps I chose wrongly when I decided to become a muse. Until I can answer this question, I shall remain true to the calling I've always pursued, weaponsmithing. If in my kindness you can indulge me once more and grant me a workshop in these lands, then I swear to you I shall make you truly marvellous weapons, the likes of which these lands have never seen. But for now, let me tell you the story that our conversation reminded me of. This thankful story was defined for me by a woman who had eyes on the palms of her hands. Once upon a time, the sorcery Maka Abhakara decided to become immortal. He started living his life with such purpose and determination that his essence would be imprinted on all of his future incarnations. Mudhat studied the arts and became a great conqueror. He consumed the flesh of his enemies and servants to gain their strength. At a feast, Maka once swallowed a whole tiger, and the beast's rage and hunger burned in his veins, until, consumed by it, he ate himself. Years went by, and a young prince by the name of Fagna destroyed Magdad's empire, slaying all of his generals, for Prusav was a reincarnation of Maga, bent on restoring the empire to its true glory. Eventually, Prusav was defeated in battle and his empire died with him, but it was Abhakara who spawned the terrible race of Shaynih'a, cunning beast, half human, half animal. Trust me, for I have met these creatures many times. He always dreamed of leaving a mark on the world, and he did, but not in the way he expected. It was not on the battlefield that his name became immortalized, but in bed, surrounded by concubines. Each may be mistaken and chosen their own path, even the wisest of all. Perhaps I am destined to be your advisor, O most worthy one, or your lover. Go now, for I need to be alone to think upon my words. Okay.